But is this a fight that is a lateral entry into 47, one, and or is it a busy fight?
No.
Fight.
Yeah.
And or is a lateral entry knowing that you can go back to 40 and cut it 40?
Well, this is the plan. We did the fight at 143 because that was the best option for this fight. And I should be fighting again in the summertime. And if I can't make the weight 140 no more, then I'll go up to 147. But if I can, then I'll defend my titles. But we'll have to see in the summertime.
Is making 140 right now just too difficult on your body, and just because even your last fight was at 42?
I've been at 140 since 2006, as an amateur, so I've been at 140 for a long time. I just want to give the fans a great fight. I don't want to cheat. I don't want to cheat them out. I want the people to see the best Danny Garcia, and I feel like the 143 weight class is, everything happens for a reason. And like I said, in order for the fight to be made, that's the way it had to be at.
Can you make 140 again, you think, or you think you're done?
I think if it's back to back, I might be able to do it. But if it's a big gap in between, it's kind of difficult because then I'm just going to train to lose weight and not get better, and that's what I don't want to do.
You talk about your decision not to put the title on the line.
What was that?
About the decision not to put the title on the line.
It was the I talked to my manager, my team, and it was the best decision to fight at 143. At the end of the day, it's a fight that the fans want to see. And I think, the millions of new viewers who are going to be watching, they ain't going to care three craps about belts. They just want to see a good fight, to be honest with you. Yeah, exactly. But
You care about that other belt?
I mean, it's a belt. It's another sanctioning fee, too. A lot of people don't know you got to pay for them belts every time you fight, But hey, come with the territory.
What's up, Swift? Enrique from the Boxing Voice. I'm a casual fan. Separate question. Do you think the media and other fans are making a big situation about your weight class and the belts?
You have to have something to talk about, A lot of people do wonder, I got the 2 belts, he got a belt, why not,
Right.
It always sounds simple to the people and, the media and the fans, but it's never that simple, And like I said before, I think this is a fight the fans wanted, So
Definitely.
at the end of the day, like I said before, to the millions of new viewers in the world, they ain't gonna be worried about it. They're just gonna be worried about seeing a good fight, and that's my main focus. Just going out there April 11th, this Saturday, and giving the fans a great fight.
Right. One more thing.
Man, my bad. Go ahead, please.
All right. So on the Boxing Voice, we do prediction Thursdays. My prediction, is you say you will beat him by knockout. He said he'll beat you by skills.
Yeah.
You're the new hands of stone in my eyes.
Yeah. Throwback.
I'm gonna say you by knockout.
Yeah.
What do you think of that prediction?
Oh man, I think you accurate. But Shay, look, this is what I got to say. I faced a lot of skillful boxers in my lifetime, and I'm still undefeated. So I got 2 belts, and 2 of the hardest belts to get. I have 5 title defenses, but I lost. So I'm undefeated. So to the fans all around the world, that's just tell you who got more skill right there.
Right.
If that's what he has to pump in his head to make it seem like he's a better fighter, he has a chance. All praise to him. But come April 11th, when he feels these 2 bombs hitting his face, he gonna forget about that.
Right.
You want the winner of Floyd and Manny?
I'm focused on April 11th, man. I believe in luck. I believe in like superstition and stuff like that. So I just wanna I don't wanna sidetrack, worry about them guys, because they're fighting each other, and it's just best of luck to them guys. But if it ever came in the future, I'm just focused on April 11th, but I'll fight anybody.
The Swift, man, in your opinion, who do you think is the greatest Puerto Rican fighter of all time? Where do you think you rank?
Well, to be honest, when I was growing up, like Benitez and guys like that, they were before me, so I never really got unless I go on YouTube and watch them. But I used to love Trinidad, man. He was just an exciting fighter. He had a big left hook. He was vulnerable, and that made him exciting. And then Cotto came along. He did great too. So
in the pantheon of all the Puerto Rican fighters, do you think you crack top 10?
Oh yeah, most definitely. I'm making my way up there, and you know I love Camacho. You know, like I said before, I feel like I'm the flyest Latino boxer since Hector Camacho. So you know, I'm just taking his footsteps.
In the era of Floyd Mayweather's and undefeated records, how important is that 0 to you?
You know, at the end of the day, I just want to go in there and get the fans a great fight. You know, and win the fight. I'm not too worried about having a 0 on my record. You know, I fight hard to protect it, but my main focus is just go in there and get the job and get the victory one fight at a time.
You think a lot of your victories are underrated? Because you got a lot of big guys, big names, and then people still come out and say that you fought cherries and tomato king.
I'm a cherry picker.
You're a farmer.
Yeah. Hey, look, man. This is what I got to say. You know, like everything I've done in my career is for a reason. You know what I mean? You know, my last past couple fights, it led me to this fight. You know, and it's a big fight that the fans wanted. So. Everything's for a reason. Now I'm here on NBC, fighting on a big fight in Philly.
How do you feel about this PBC?
Oh man, it's great, man. It's just it's a breath of fresh air. It's great for boxing. You want to have people who never watch boxing watching boxing just because it's free. So I gotta make sure I go out there and
You probably had the best. I seen your whole commercial, man. When you were like the ladies love me and all that.
Yeah. Showing my personality.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Personality, man.
Yeah, I just want to I just want to be confident and humble at the same time. You know. And I just want the fans to love me. I'm just being myself. I'm not being nobody else. I'm just being humble and I'm being confident. And that's very important for a young champion.
Outside of you, what's been your favorite fight so far on all the PBC cards?
Outside of me? It was only, 2 on there, I think.
They had the Spike one.
Oh, yeah. There was some good fights. Berto, Lopez.
What do you think of that stoppage?
He was hurt. I think they could have let him try one more time, but he was definitely hurt.
What do you think about the Kovalev Pascal stoppage?
Oh man, I think he was hurt. He was hurt. Cause I'm a fighter, so I like to fight to the death, and I feel them guys. But
I feel like Pascal wanted.
But when Pascal was in the corner, you could see him like stumbling to the other side, like he was really hurt. So at the end of the day, it's safety of the fighters, and it is what it is. I respect the referee and I respect the fighters. So.
Without giving any trade secrets, knowing that Peterson is taller, rangy arms, how have you prepared with tall dudes?
Yeah, most definitely.
Boxing guys, because it's a body contest.
Yeah.
And
I gotta go in there and I gotta dictate the pace. I gotta go out there and I can't wait for him to do what he wants to do for me to try to catch up to him.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna go out there and set the pace and be smart. Move my head, use my feet, and land good punches.
You're not carried away by the fact that Batista knocked him out.
No.
It's Batista hit anybody.
Yeah.
Except you.
Yeah.
but he got carried. Well, he got knocked out, so I can do.
Yeah, I watched that fight a few times. He just went in there and blitzed him.
Blitzed him.
So I was like, man, should I just go in there and do that? But I gotta go in there and be smart. I gotta go in there and be smart. I gotta go in there and be Danny Garcia. Danny Garcia is here because he's a smart fighter. Everybody knows I have power. So I'm just gonna go in there and dictate the pace and find my openings and capitalize on his mistakes.
You're a powerful puncher. Have you done anything more to get stronger with your punches and training?
Oh man, we just invested in about 20,000 in new workout equipment.
Yeah.
To hit the muscles that I usually don't hit.
Right.
So we added some new things to our training camp for conditioning and strengthening. And I don't know if you guys have seen the Instagram pictures, but I'm pretty ripped up.
I got some Philly fighter questions, man. I know you gotta have a little bit of bias, but how do you see Klitschko Jennings going?
Oh man, Brian Jennings is my homeboy, man. I just think, if he just forget the fact that he's fighting Klitschko and don't get caught up in the hype and oh man, I'm actually in here with Klitschko. And really he can't look at it like it's an opportunity. He gave me an opportunity, if I win or lose, okay, at least I fought Klitschko. He can't go in there with that mentality. I think in order for him to win this fight, he has to go in there like, all right, Klitschko has 3 losses. And he's been knocked out 3 times. So he can be beat.
Yeah.
And I think if he goes in there and bites down and, aim for that chin, and he's a young, strong fighter, he has to go in there, use his youth and go after him and never give up. He has a shot. But I think if he goes in there and respects him, then it's gonna be a tough. It's not gonna be his favor. But I think if he goes in there as a young fighter and just goes in there, it is what it is, then he has a chance.
Is it a double-edged sword? Would you rather see Jennings Wilder in the future or Klitschko Wilder in the future?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it's whatever them guys want to do, and if they're making good money, hey, all praise to them guys.
What about Ruslan and Prokhnov? I mean, Ruslan Prokhnov and Matisse.
That's gonna be a good fight, man. Yeah, that's a fan-friendly fight. I would have to go with Matisse because he's more battle-tested.
Fighters have trainers, like your dad, train you fight position. But also now the modern scope is to get an additional nutritionist trainers.
Yes, sir.
Have you gone that way?
No, I'm always disciplined. I'm disciplined. I always been disciplined on eating the right foods during training camp, and not starving myself and things like that. So I think we just cranked up the the conditioning, the work, and then we just getting more seasoned. I just turned 27. I'm growing into my physical prime. So.
Still a baby.
Yeah, man. So
You're younger than my 4 kids.
Yeah.
Gabe Rosato's doing the BKB thing. Is that anything you would ever get into, going to that pit?
Ah, man. No, I like, to be honest with you, like, personally, I like it. But,
I mean, I think that favors a knockout artist like you.
Yeah, but, I'm a classic style, old school boxer, so I need the ropes and the squares. So
for the right check, though, maybe.
I mean, I'm getting the right check right now. So, but I like the BKB, to be honest with you.
Real quick, Swift. This a random question. What's the difference in your eyes, the hardcore fan and the casual fan?
A hardcore fan, they know who fought who beat who, and the casual fan just know Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather.
But is it true that
that's basically it? To be honest with you,
you're absolutely right.
Yeah.
Now, is it true? Because I think a hardcore fan could be wrong picking a win on a fight, and the casual fan could be right at the same fight.
No, I mean, like I said, if you look at it like that, every prediction ain't right. You know what I mean? But as far as a hardcore fan, a casual fan, a hardcore fan knows, he might know Rigondeaux, young champions like that. But a casual fan, people just buying Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather because that's the only people they know, probably. So I'm waiting for them guys to get that over with so we can shine.
Get your shine, right?
Yeah.
You going to Hollywood after boxing?
Oh man, definitely, man. I got to. I gotta, do something life after boxing.
Definitely.
Yeah, Kid Chocolate just got a part in a movie.
Yeah, I was supposed to audition for the Southpaw movie.
Oh, you didn't get the part?
I didn't go to the audition because I was training for my last fight. Yeah.
What did it mean for you to be able to have an open workout in front of all these fans and be able to show them what you could do?
Oh man, it felt great. Just the fans came out here and showed me love and support. They cheered my name, and then it was a long line of autographs. It's just like, it feels like, Brooklyn's my home, the Barclays Center is my home, and the people, they love me and they respect me, and it's just a mutual feeling.
Are you gonna come out to one of your own songs?
Oh no, I ain't. I got something. I can't tell you everything.
So I can't.
Yeah.
All the best.
I think. Well, the NBC, they don't let us come out with people. Yeah. But I convinced them to let me come out to my own kind of music. So I got my own kind of music.
So it's gonna be the ramp, the same thing as.
Yeah. Most definitely, it's gonna be the nice setup. Yep.
Where does Peterson rank out? I mean, you fought some great fighters. You got Matisse, you fought Morales, all the, some great fighters. Where does Peterson rank up? He's
it's Lamont Peterson. He's coming to fight. So he's a champion, and I respect him because he's a champion. But I just gotta go in there and do what I always do against any of my opponents, no matter who I fight. So I gotta go in there and be smart.